And now, BillyCBoxing.com presents Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down with Billy C. Here he is, Billy C.
Thank you, Jeremy C. We're coming at you from the Billy C studio in Lake George, New York. I'm Bill Calogero, and it's time for BillyCBoxing.com's Thumbs Up and Thumbs Down for professional boxing today. October 29th in the year 2012. First and foremost, if you don't have Fight Now on your sports channel lineup, you need to make sure you call your local television provider and tell them that you want Fight Now right now. It's that simple. Pick up the phone and call www.fightnow.com for all the information. And also check out BillyCBoxing.com if you don't know about our daily talk show. The Talking Boxing with Billy C. TV and radio show. We've been doing it for 10 years, man. 10 years every day, Monday through Friday. Check it out. All the info can be found at the website, www.billycboxing.com. Tune in. We air live from 5:30 to 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time right here on BillyCBoxing.com. Or check your local radio listings. We are on AM and FM radio stations throughout the United States and Canada. And also we're on television through the Fight Now television network, so make sure you have that one. We're also available on YouTube and podcasts and all kinds of stuff, so check us out. All right, thumbs up today goes to I didn't get a chance to do this on Friday, but thumbs up to Manny Stewart for all he did for the sport of boxing. Very sad note about Manny. He left us abruptly. We all know the story now. It's been a couple of days. Passed away from a stomach ailment. Many people believe it was cancer. They didn't officially say. Manny made an impact on a lot of us in the sport of boxing. Whether you were a fan, whether you're a fighter, whether you're a media person, whatever the case is, I'm sure there's no one on this planet that has a bad thing to say about Manny Stewart. Boxing lost a great one. And I just, it's very sad, that we're losing such great people in the sport of boxing. Manny Stewart, if half the people on this planet were like Manny Stewart, would be all off in a better place, that's for sure. So thumbs up goes to all the things that the late, great Manny Stewart did for the sport of professional boxing and for amateur boxing. And one thing I want to point out that, to his dying day, he actually loved amateur boxing better than the pros. And, we needed more guys like Manny Stewart to run our amateur program. And maybe something like this could help a guy like Teddy Atlas maybe make that move into the amateur ranks where he could help the sport instead of kind of hurt it the way he does sometimes. But thumbs up to Manny Stewart. And also thumbs up to Luis Carlos Abregu for his knockout victory over previously unbeaten Thomas Delorme. Thomas Delorme was being regarded as the next great thing since they invented sneakers. And, it just goes to show you what happens when you start believing in your own press clippings, or better yet, you follow today's blueprint. So I want you to hold that thought, because I got to give a thumbs up to Luis Carlos Abregu for winning that fight and taking it to him. Not only did he win it, he won it pretty convincingly with a knockout. Now, thumbs down with that last thought in the back of your mind, it has to go once again to the promoters, the managers, and the fighters who choose to overprotect their fighters to the point of danger. What that means is, when I say danger, when they finally get their chance, they lose. And I think that this was a great example of what took place with the Abregu win over Thomas Delorme. Delorme, when you look at his resume, and it's, you could argue the point, yes, he had a win over DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley. He had wins over guys like Charlie Jose Navarro, who had a decent record, and a guy like Guillermo Valdez, who had a 12-2 record. But, those guys have built up records themselves. You can't be a fighter with 16 fights under your belt, vying for a world title shot, and step in after being coddled and overprotected, and step in with a guy who's a proven workhorse, proven commodity, and Luis Abregu. and expect to win. You know, these fighters and managers and promoters that overprotect their investment, this is what ends up happening. You can't become a better fighter when you're fighting lesser opposition over and over and over. And now, by overprotecting this guy for 16 fights, assuming that the promoters and the management invested all this money in this guy, now where are you? You're back at the drawing board. You have a loss. You're better off to increase the level of opposition, tougher, and don't rush to the title, man. Make sure you got what you got with these guys, you know, with all these guys, not just Delorme, but with all the guys. You know, make sure that when you get in that position to fight and win for a title, you're going to get the chance to win that title and hold on to it for a long time. The problem today is that we don't get enough experience from these fighters. They fight one southpaw, they think that they're southpaw experts. They fight one short guy, they think they can fight all short guys. You know, you got to fight. Listen, I said it on my show earlier. It's the bottom line is this. Boxing used to be a trade. Now it's not. And we needed to get back to that point. When you're coming up in boxing, you got to learn how to fight the short guys. And then there's several types of short guys. There's the short boxer. There's the short banger, the short wild fighter, you know, the short lefty. You know, there's 4 off the top of my head, short. And you could do the same thing with tall guys. There's 4. There's 8 fights right there. You know, then you got southpaws, you got speedy southpaws, you got this, you got that. You know, by the time you really learn your trade and become experienced with all different kinds of fighters, you're going to have 25, 30 fights under your belt. We need to change the blueprint. These guys are all greedy, and it's terrible. Thumbs down to the greed. Thumbs down for Saddam Ali for his pay-per-view and the fact that, you know, he had a last-minute subs for the main event and co-main event and maintained it to be on a pay-per-view. You know, listen, I don't have anything against Saddam Ali. I think he's a great up-and-coming prospect, young kid. He's got a lot of aspirations of being a successful businessman and all that stuff. But the reason why I'm giving him a thumbs down is because nobody in their right mind would pay for that fight. A fighter with 12, 15 fights under his belt that nobody's ever heard of, you're going to try to fleece the boxing fan by making it a pay-per-view, both on television and the internet? Come on, man. That's ridiculous. I'm curious to know what the final numbers were. They couldn't have possibly been good. Couldn't have possibly have been good. Stupid mistake by Saddam Ali. It means nothing but greed. Once again, trying to fleece the fans that are actually paying his way. I think it's terrible with a thumbs down. Hey, one last thing. I'm going to flip-flop and go back to thumbs up. Thumbs up to Tyson Fury if the rumors are true that Team Fury is actively, right now as we speak, trying to get a fight between Tyson Fury and Dennis Boistov in the heavyweight division. From what I understand, we got an inside source telling us that it's being negotiated right now and that it's a very serious possibility that it's going to happen. I have to give Tyson Fury and Dennis Boistov both thumbs up for going against what I've been just saying about Thomas Delorme. These two guys are both in the top 10, 12 fighters in the heavyweight division. It would be great to see two young fighters fight each other, and hopefully we do. Hey, man, that concludes our thumbs up, thumbs down for today. One more time, for everybody in the path of that bitch, Sandy, be careful, man, and don't do anything stupid. If they tell you to evacuate, get the hell out, man. And if we abruptly end our broadcast tomorrow, or if we're not able to come on in the next 2 days, you know that we got hit by that because we too are in New York. So hey, man, until next time, ciao, baby.